Good morning, my fellow peasants. Hopefully everybody's having a good weekend. I am over here, and today we're going to continue our hunt for the elusive shiny Charizard EX. So I know last week I had talked about that we would be doing some of the shiny Charizard EX tins. However, I haven't been able to get my hands on them, but my wife did end up picking me up one of these Friday afternoon. So we're going to be opening this instead. We've already done 2 Elite Trainer box openings for this specific set, so we're not going to go super in-depth with everything that it has in it. If you are curious, feel free to just hop on the channel and watch the other video where we do a little bit more of an in-depth dive into it. Not that it's super far down, you know, we're not going into the Marianas Trench or anything like that. These are still shallow waters here. But yeah, it's just going to be a pretty straightforward opening, so we'll get right into it. Like I said, the goal is to try and get the shiny Charizard EX and to get that on camera here. So far, we've had okay luck. The sticker collections weren't really the best. However, our other 2 ETBs we did relatively okay with. So I'm happy with that, but we're just going to get right into this. Hopefully everybody's having a good weekend. You're feeling recharged in that for the week ahead of you. But we'll just go ahead. We're going to get the important stuff out here. I think this will probably just end up being another ETB that we use as a place to store all the common cards for my common folk, just like myself. But now that we've got the goods out there, we'll go ahead and we'll get started. For starters, there is the code card for the ETB. So if you do play the online card game, you can do that. We will also show a little promo here, the Mimikyu, because it is such a nice little artwork. But let's get right into it. We've got, let's see here, I think it's 8 or 9 packs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 9. There we go. So we're just going to get right into it here. But overall, I have been enjoying this set. So hopefully, like I said, we can get that shiny Charizard EX in one of these videos here. Maybe not this one directly. I do think it'd be pretty cool if we could get it out of one of the tins, but we'll see. If we get it out of this, I'm not going to complain as long as we get it. There's the code card there. Get right into it now. So we've got Magmar, Fido, Haunter, Mime Jr., Nemona's Backpack, Primeape, Lantern. Okay, off on a banger already. Shiny Mew EX. Now, it's not the Illustrator rare, but that's still a nice way to start the video off. And man, I really wish I probably would have washed my hands before doing this. We were doing some work downstairs in the basement, but that is what it is. So that's pretty cool. So we'll set that off there to the side. Chinchou, the Hollow Raichu, and then, of course, a Grass Energy to end the pack. So already off on a banger. But knowing our luck, that's probably going to be our big hit for the box. But fingers crossed that it keeps up. So I do know, I believe the Mew Illustrator rare is, I think it's the 3rd most valuable card in the set, right behind the Gardevoir EX Illustrator rare, and of course, our main boy, the shiny Charizard EX rare. Charcadet, Ralts, Toadschool, Clobopus, Dashbun, Gengar. I will say that is actually one thing that I did really like about Scarlet and Violet is it's one of the games where there is actually a trade for a Haunter that doesn't have the Everstone. So you're not getting, you know, BS by that or anything like that. You can actually trade for a Haunter and get a Gengar. Very nice to actually see that in one of the games. Electric Generator, the Crack Fiend herself, Nemona, Cottony, and a Squawkabilly EX. Very cool. Go ahead and set that down. Next pack here featuring Dondozo and Tatsugiri just hanging out of his mouth there. Now, Dondozo doesn't look like the brightest, so sometimes I do ever wonder if instead of them working together as a team, if he ever just accidentally swallows and Tatsugiri, thought he was going to sit there and have a battle buddy, and now he's just wasting away in Dondozo's stomach. But Noibat, Chimecho, a Ghastly, Paldean Students, Artisan, Clive, Whimsicott, Paldean Student, Fido, and Xatu. I know it's only a regular holo, but I do really dig the artwork for this card. Xatu was one of those Pokemon that I remember whenever I found it in a silver version, I was really, really hyped for it. Unfortunately, it wasn't as great as what I was hoping that it was going to be, but just that design, I love that. Especially because it's got, if you are interested in like ancient cultures and things like that, it definitely gives off some vibes of that. So I always thought that was really cool about it. Another code card there. And we got Frigibax, Dedenne, Noibat, Chimecho, Kirlia, Mousehold, Primeape, Shiny Wiglet. Okay. So we are getting some more shinies there. That is actually not a terrible shiny. That might be one that I'll have to hunt here in Violet, but it's just going to be another one that hangs out in the box. Gengar and Annihilate. So a nice little holo there to end it on. Yeah, that is actually a really nice shiny. Those are my favorite shinies, is when they do kind of go out of their way to really change up the overall color scheme for the Pokemon. I know sometimes just a slight color swap and that is enough to make it a little bit better, but I do like when it looks completely different. It's probably also because they're much easier to spot in the wild, and unlike Legends Arceus, we no longer have something, or even Let's Go, to indicate, if there is a shiny. So like Tandem Mouse, for example, it's like, what, another one of 50 Shades of Gray or something like that, which makes it kind of a pain in the butt to hunt. Paldean Wooper, Scrafty, Electric Generator, Swoobat, Chimecho, Mashchiff, and Heat Rotom. So I don't think we've seen any of the other Rotom appliances in here. I will be honest, though, I also haven't checked to see if they're even in here to begin with. So it might just be Heat Rotom that's in here. All right, cruising right along then. We're about halfway through, so this will be hopefully a little bit of a shorter video, make it a little easier to digest. Ghastly, Paldean Student, Fido, Haunter, Lantern, Whimsicott, Scrafty, Professor's Research, Lechonk, and Ceruledge. Ceruledge is another really nice Pokemon that came from Gen 9. That and Armor Rouge, they give me really strong Mega Man vibes, which I didn't think would really translate well over into Pokemon, but glad that they did. I wanted to use Ceruledge through my playthrough in Violet whenever I saw it, but with it being a Fire Ghost type and, starting with the correct choice of Fuecoco, it kind of felt redundant to double up on the Fire and Ghost. But nonetheless, still very cool. So I might send one over to my new Scarlet playthrough that I'm doing. Execute, Mankey, Flittle, Pikachu, Gengar, Charmeleon, let's see your father, Oinkologne, Whimsicott, Varoom, and Golden Go. All right, so we're coming down on 2 packs left here. We got the Tinkaton, which, interesting thing about the shiny Tinkaton before we open it up. So really the only change, I don't know how well that's going to translate over, is the hammer. And so in the game, kind of the lore is that the hammer is made from Corviknights that it basically just snipes out of the air. And its hammer, in its shiny form, actually changes colors to match the shiny form of Corviknight. So there's the code card there. Natu, Paldean Wooper, Tandemaus, Mankey, Swoobat, Ultra Ball. Okay. Yeah, Clive, Pawniard. I saw that there was something there and I was trying to hide it from myself. I was getting a little excited. But another very cool shiny. I really do like King Gambit. However, man, they really need to fix its walking animation. But very cool. Wow. Okay, another Palmy. So I think we're like 3 for 3 now on these. And then a Houndstone. So it is a very cool card, don't get me wrong. But I know there's a lot more, and it just seems like this is the only one we've been able to get. Not going to complain about it, though. But like I said, it would be cool if we could see another one. We're on our last pack here. So will we get anything nice out of this pack? Let's hope so. There's the code card. I feel like we're about batting the same as what we did with our last opening here, which is still pretty good. Graveyard, Fanfi, Chinchou, yeah, Varoom, Camera, Moonlit Hill. Let me bring that back down so we can actually see it. Donphan, Iono, Haunter, and can we at least get an EX to end it? We can. Okay, wow, another Charizard EX. So very happy to see him. Very happy to see him. Would just like to see him with a little bit of that color palette swap, you know? But nonetheless, I'm cool with it. Because we're not going to turn down another Charizard. So overall, not too bad. You know, we at least get we have another Mimikyu promo to add. And it is a nice little artwork there. Another Palmy, of course, to add to our ever glowing army of shiny Palmies. We did get the shiny Wiglet and shiny Pawniard as well. And for our other 2 nice pulls, we got the Squawkabilly EX and, of course, the big boy himself, the shiny Mew EX. So we're getting some good stuff. We're getting the Mew, we're getting the Charizard. We just need to get them in their, well, in their Illustrator rare forms. But either way, thank you everyone for watching the video and that. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It does definitely help the channel. Hopefully everybody has a good week, and always make sure to flex on the pores, and we'll catch you next time.